This is the F-35 Lightning II, the most high-tech fighter jet ever made, but its price tag is just as famous. At first, the goal was to build an affordable plane that the Air Force, Navy, and Marines could all use. However, the total cost for the whole program is now expected to pass $1.7 trillion, and some reports suggest it could even hit $2 trillion. This massive number doesn't just cover the cost of buying the jets. It includes everything from the early research to keeping the fleet flying all the way until the year 2088. One of the biggest reasons for the controversy is something called concurrency. Basically, the military started mass producing these jets while they were still in the middle of testing them. Talk about putting the cart before the horse. Whenever they found a bug in the software or a problem with the frame, they had to pull back hundreds of finished jets for expensive fixes. Critics say this turned the production line into a giant experiment and caused the budget to skyrocket as engineers fixed problems on the fly. The F-35's huge tech goals also make it very expensive to run. It's basically a flying supercomputer that uses over 8 million lines of code to show the pilot exactly what's happening around them. While that's amazing for the pilot, it's a total headache for the budget because it needs constant, pricey software updates. Even the stealth coding is a bit of a diva. It needs special climate-controlled hangars and a lot of extra work from technicians just to make sure it stays hidden from radar. On top of that, trying to build 3 different versions of the same jet really added to the bill. There's one for normal runways, one that lands vertically for the Marines, and one for aircraft carriers. They hoped to save money by sharing parts, but each branch had such different needs that it didn't quite work out. For instance, the giant fan needed for vertical landings force changes that affected the other versions too. Some experts think that by trying to be a jack of all trades, the jet might not be as good at specific missions as the older planes it's replacing. Most of that $1.7 trillion is actually for sustainment, which is just a fancy way of saying gas, spare parts, and repairs over the next 60 years. Right now, only about half of the jets are actually ready to fly at any given time, which is way lower than the military's goal. Between engines that get too hot and a constant shortage of parts, the Pentagon is in a tough spot. They've committed to a plane that's too important to fail, but it's just so expensive to keep in the air. It's a debate that's definitely going to keep people talking for a long time.